Some people say it's in the way that I walk, but Friday night it's in the way that I talk. It comes out when I'm drinking and the buzz starts to kick, and it's a whiskey rattle from morning to night. The whiskey rattle
Wrestling and country music.
Makes me better. Wanna work 9 to 5. Some people say it's a problem, but everyone's got 'em. It's the whiskey rattle.
Just go while the furniture, cleaned up a bit, did the backyard, got it all set up, hosed it down, washed the dog. That was a nightmare.
Cage got a bath.
He got a bath. He was not happy.
Oh, really? Didn't like the water?
No, he hates it.
Oh, has he ever swum before? Did you ever bring him swimming?
No, I used to take him to the beach, but he was scared of the waves, so he'd get close, but he'd never go in.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Bubba.
He's too big.
He's not, and I'm like little Bubba, but he's not little
No,
at
he's a
all.
gigantic ass dog.
Yeah.
How do you even?
Yeah, he might make an appearance.
How do
I
you
love
even bathe? Do you do obviously? Do you do it in the tub or do you do it outside?
Oh, with a hose, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the hose.
It was nice.
Hose
It was a warm day, so it was good, yeah.
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 That makes sense.
He would not get in the tub. I got him in the
that
tub
would
once
be-
as a puppy, and he won't even go in the bathroom anymore.
Really?
Aw.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We were both traumatized.
It's funny how much they remember. I mean, they're smart.
Exactly.
They're smart.
Oh yeah.
That was when I was living with Tim.
Man's best friend.
I'd love to get a dog.
I would too.
Yeah.
I don't want.
It's a
Well,
lot
You
of
guys
work.
should.
It's a lot of work.
Maybe when Zane can wipe his own ass.
Yeah.
That would be easier.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good milestone.
But you know what? I would want to get a dog that is not hairless, but a
Yeah,
dog
you want one that's hypoallergenic.
hypoallergenic. Is that what it is? It's hypoallergenic? Yeah.
That won't shed? Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much when a dog sheds, you know what I mean? It's not too much when a dog
Yeah.
sheds. It's just that we have 3 cats
And they're all long hair.
and they're all long-haired, right? And it's just too much when, you know.
Well, I know. Well, I don't mind the fur mess, but you are a little OCD about it.
It's just we have dark hardwood floors.
I did though.
It's hard on the floors.
Yeah.
Zach, when you
yeah.
came over to do laundry one day, and I was doing laundry the next day, I like took out the lint trap, like the lint, full of like big white dog hair. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not Casper hair, because Casper's white too. But I could see how that would be a struggle.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
His is unmistakable. Samaya sent me a picture today. She was cleaning out her carpet, and she watches them sometimes, and she had like a whole ball of it.
That's
But-
hilarious.
So he's
Yeah,
like a big
we just put
mountain
up with it.
dog, like white. What kind of dog again is he?
He's a Great Pyrenees.
Great
Yeah.
Pyrenees.
So we get white tumbleweeds throughout the house all the time.
Yeah.
That's
But
hilarious.
he's
Yeah.
so sweet.
And you got him when he was what, like
8 weeks.
8 weeks? Oh shit! How long
Yeah.
has it been now? 4
First
years?
puppy. Just turned 5 last month.
Oh, they grow. They grow. The
How-
years go.
Are dogs what, 15 to 20 years old?
Well, certain dogs can last longer. Smaller ones, I think.
Yeah.
Can live longer.
His is, because he's so big, like the bigger dogs don't tend to have as long of a lifespan, so
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
to say it, but his is like 8 to 12.
Oh,
Aw.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he stays longer.
Never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Not really the right vibe for a podcast, but
I know. Hey, well, welcome to the
Welcome
show.
in to
well, he'll die soon, though.
to Marley
Then I
and
could
me.
get a hypoallergenic one.
There you go. There you go. You learned.
One of those doodle dogs. Doodle.
You get a doodle.
It's
Let's
a
get
doodle.
Get a doodle.
Get a little doodle? Get a big doodle?
Get a big doodle.
Yeah, I'd like
well-
a big doodle. Whoa!
Not a girl.
It was there. I had to do it. I had to do it.
It's like Michael Scott with That's What She Said joke. She's getting into the office, man.
No.
She's getting into the office.
Yeah?
Yeah. She likes it. I don't care what she says.
He watches it all the time.
Just love
I was
it.
going to say, just starting to catch it by proxy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so sometimes I'm like, hee hee, I'll giggle.
What was the one
I'll
today?
giggle in the kitchen, and Addict's like, I knew it.
I'm like, I know you like
you
that
love
show.
that show.
What was that one today?
The one today. What was
I
the?
forgot. I don't know.
Did I laugh?
Yeah, you did. It was something funny. Something Michael Scott did.
Yeah,
or said.
something. He's my favorite character.
And you know what? It's
And
weird.
then the one that sings, the guy that was in The Hangover.
Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool.
There's always one episode for everybody. I say, like, everybody has that one episode. You watch it, and then it becomes your show.
Yeah,
It was that.
yeah.
It was the one where Michael Scott said he was going to donate he was going to pay for all those kids to go to college.
Oh yes.
Scott's thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, Scott Stotts.
Yeah.
It's like,
That was a good episode.
That was hilarious.
That's the most awkward one.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm starting to get the awkward humor a little bit better.
The best part of that one, he's just like, but instead of college, I brought you all laptop chargers.
It's good.
Oh God, I love it. I love it. Well, welcome into the distillery. We have a very special guest host today. His
Indeed.
name is Zachary JJ. Zachary JJ, wave hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me today, guys.
It's
Excited to be here.
very, very
Yeehaw.
exciting. And you know what? One of the cool things I kind of wanted to talk about today. Well, one, your love of music, right? Like you grew up with music, didn't you? Like it's always kind of on the background and stuff. And
Yeah, my mom always listened to music when she would like meticulously clean the house. So it's funny because you attach yourself to music. So I remember certain songs as I'm like dusting my house 30 years later.
And then as soon as you hear that song, you remember exactly where you were 30 years ago.
And she listened to cool stuff. Like it was a lot of like John Prine and Dr. Hook and stuff. So there was some like fun 70s, 80s folk music and some hard rock and
awesome.
a good mix.
That's kind of how you got into it. Like your mom just always had it.
My
on in the
mom was
background.
always been a music lover, and my mom is like the biggest supporter I have.
Yeah.
She can't carry a tune in her pocket. She can't sing.
Jesus.
She
Don't
can't
listen to this
she
show,
can't-
Cheryl. You're
Don't
just
ask her
getting
to do
bashed over
anything
here.
musical at all. But she's just has always been one of those people that just loved a good song, a good lyric, a good melody, a good beat, and it was always like classic rock. So a lot of it was like Stevie Nicks. When my brother and I were kids, we knew all the words to like every single song on the Rumors album and Tom Cochrane, and we were always listening to music because she was like, let's blare it in the car on the way to school, on the way home. And when you're young like that, I think when you're in your teens, you're most influential. So music really touches you in a way, that stays with you forever. I that's what I heard. I think it's a stat, but anyway.
You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that like when you're in your teens, like you're 18, 19, younger than that, because you're a teenager, you're going through so much, you're experiencing so much, so songs really stick to you. And you remember, it's just like, when you smell something or you hear a song that you love, that you remember exactly where you were when you first heard it or whatever. So, and that's why music connects so much. And that's what we have that in common so much.
You and Zach?
Zach and I, And like just loving good music.
Well, you guys just know like so many old songs, like not old songs, older songs. You know what I mean? Like, you got,
like the history, classic rock and stuff like that. Because you have a total different upbringing than that. Like that's
I had
why.
no musical upbringing.
We were talking about that the other day because Atik just got his first AirPods, as you know.
Yep.
And I was saying, how is it,
tells
as you know,
everyone.
how is it 2025 and you're just getting your first headset, but like you don't listen to music?
That's right. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah.
I just never had a need for it. Like I listen to podcasts more than anything.
Yeah, he'd like
have a need for music. That's crazy.
I know,
Well, no,
right?
I mean,
It's like so opposite of what my mind is. It's so opposite of everything I'm like indulged in, but it works. But yeah, and so when I started dating you, we were I was playing bars. That was back when I was playing
Yup.
bars till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And he would work all day, and then he would come, pick me up, or we would go like together to a show till 3 in the morning. And often Zach was there and writing my set lists. Basically, he's like, "Okay, I like it when you do this one," and the Janis Joplin one was a big one.
That was the ending of the night.
That was a closer. That was a closer. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're really good at reading the audience, which is a huge thing. Like, because people go out and they just want to hear songs they love.
It was selfish, though. I was just like, what do I want to hear next? I want this
I
one.
don't care about what anyone else wants to hear.
Yeah. Everybody else is grooving, but I was just like, what do I want?
But that adds to like the whole like passion. But it adds to me, like, because I'm thinking, okay, there's somebody out there that's really listening, and they really actually think I'm good, and they want to hear certain things, because it's easy to disengage yourself when you're playing a bar, because everyone else is talking and dancing, or they're totally talking over you, and you just kind of have to get in the zone and do your own thing. And it's like sometimes people will be like woo, and sometimes people won't, because they're talking and stuff. But that's just something you have to deal with as a performer. It's like one night you're Elvis Presley, and the next, like, you're just like background music, And so having Zach there was always like, I always knew that there was at least somebody there that enjoyed, the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole love of music. And
Well, you got a lot of the classical rock.
yeah, well, exactly. Remember the American Girl?
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
It was it was his idea.
Take it easy, baby. And then he go, make it last all night.
Because all night.
He does like the background. The first time that happened, it was funny. I was like, yeah, like
That
we're on
was
the
one-
same page.
Yeah, that one, and I remember having a lot of fun early days doing those set lists, because you could experiment and you would play with different songs. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite ones was "She Talks to Angels" by the Black Crowes.
Yes, that one.
That was one you
too.
did, and it was probably my favorite version of it. It was awesome.
That is such a good song.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Yeah,
Can
and
you give
then-
us a snippet?
Oh man, I haven't sang it in years.
right now.
Yeah, right now. You can do it. Come on.
Right now. Oh no, I'm thinking of Meet Virginia. Remember that one?
That's a good
She was
tune,
little
too.
this.
Yeah.
It was always a mess, and she danced a lion. She, oh my God, confess.
You gotta get with it, eh?
She's beautiful. We did that one in the Dominican, and I couldn't even remember the words. Like, it's been so long. But she talks. Now I can't remember the thing, how it starts.
And I'm not doing it.
I was going to suggest you.
And there was let her cry. I did that one a lot.
Yeah.
Let her tears fall
Yeah.
like rain.
No, was it She Talks to Angels?
But she talks to angels. What's the word, Zach?
Damn it.
By her name,
Yeah.
call her out by her name.
Yeah,
She
they
talks
call
to
her
angels.
out by her name.
Nice.
She talks to angels. And then there's one part where he's just like, yeah. Well, at least I did. I did that. I just kind of went wild with it. And then the one year that we were at your family party, that was like,
Okay, can we?
everyone's like, that was amazing. But I mean, we
Okay,
were also
so-
eating edibles. And
Life is a highway.
Yes, that is what I wanted to talk about. So I remember we were just sitting in these lawn chairs, and it was probably like midnight? What would you say?
probably.
Like,
I don't know.
well, probably for all we fucking know. So some banana bread just went around. the whole
Banana
party.
bread.
Great banana bread, and they were edible banana bread, and it just
Most banana bread is,
It's
yeah.
edible.
most banana bread is correct.
This was the fun
I
edible.
wish.
The
wish.
the fun edible.
So I just
My aunt's a pretty good baker.
she is.
yeah, she's a great baker.
We didn't get any of her cookies this year.
Oh yeah, that's
I didn't either.
what?
Oh, she had her surgery. I was like, why
Oh.
didn't we?
Okay, fine then. She's off the hook.
Is she gonna
Yeah,
do it like
next
now?
year, though.
Is she better now or? Just saying.
It's the last year of this party, by the way.
It's
Oh yeah, the party's over now. Eh? They're not doing it anymore.
Yep, this is the final year. They got a band, so everybody can just come and enjoy.
this
Oh,
is the
this is
final
the
year.
final
Okay,
year.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said last year. Was
So
sorry.
so it's called nude stock.
Nude stock.
Nude stock.
Yeah.
And
So-
It's a family.
yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's a family event we've had family and friends every year at my aunt Beth. I guess I'll say her name. And yeah, we have like a big horseshoe tournament. It's a big outdoor in their backyard, and they built a stage that's mobile on the big back of a trailer. So they got lights all hooked up to it. So we have bands and everything. It's really cool.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And you get
It's
KFC.
very small town.
And they love music, like just like you. Like, and her husband loves music too. He doesn't. Does he play guitar?
Pink Floyd is his, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's got those big speakers from the 80s. He hauls that every year. Yeah.
That's something that he loves, and he's got a great setup, so you could tell that he's
Got a
really,
wicked setup.
done. He knows what he's doing with that. And
they loved you coming because that was an awesome performance.
it was fun. The first
I-
time was really
Both times were awesome, but that first time on the stage, that was really cool.
We were just so high.
I'm so high, I can hear
It's just, but it literally. Felt
And we
like
did.
when you were playing Life is a Highway, it just felt like there was literally nobody around me, and there was just a spotlight on the both of us, and you were just singing for me. It was the craziest thing.
Aw,
It was awesome.
Crazy. It was nuts.
so cute.
It was nuts. Well,
It was
I mean,
fun.
I don't know. I was pretty high.
And it was pretty awesome to be surrounded by people who love the music that much. Like, that's kind of the vibe that I get from that party every year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And watching you grow that too, though, right? Like early days in the bar, there'd be a few people that come up for requests, and I always say to you guys, it's crazy to go from like the Barley Mow at 2 a.m. to like at a stage where you've got people lined up at your merch table for your meet and greets. Like it's pretty jarring the drastic change, right?
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's crazy.
Well, you've like had to work the line sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. Like because
I'm always there. Cheryl and I,
Yeah.
working the fucking line and like
Fucking
selling the
mom.
merch.
It's selling the merch. And
Cheryl's always there, but when I'm there, I try to help.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's fun, and you're right. Like you talk about Shawville Fair, for example, or even Blues Fest,
Yeah.
right? 40,000 people,
30,000
to go from
for
bars
Shania
from
Twain.
it's just Zach and I.
Yeah, and I
You
mean
know?
that's
That's
because
crazy.
we were doing. Yeah, I was in the same city. Like you literally go from playing the Royal Oak,
Yeah,
and having you two in Die Hard in the audience, and everyone else is just like totally not listening. And then a few years later, I'm opening for Shania Twain, and 30,000 people are there, and they're like,
that's wild.
and they're like singing the lyrics to my own songs. Yeah, it's a really neat.
That's wild.
It's like when you think, oh, that person was famous, you don't really think about all the work that they had to do in order to get to that top.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah,
And having the people around you go through it with you and still support you, and like that's the entourage, right?
yes.
And that's what drives music, like
yeah,
is the people. It's not just the artists, it's the people who love it.
I think it's the people who love it, the people you are surrounded by, and the people that support you, right? That's I think that's the biggest.
Oh, for
thing is
sure.
that
And that's why I
support,
say my
'cause
mom's
it's-
like the biggest supporter
Yeah.
ever. She can't sing. She's not like musically inclined, but she could.
let's not
She
keep
could damn
throwing her
well
down.
drive me to a show and back, and stand up for me as like my momager.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's all I needed when I was, because I already knew what I wanted to do, but I just needed somebody who wanted to do it with me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a girl. I can't go to like bars till 3 a.m. all the time
Well, you
by
can.
myself. I can, but I wouldn't feel like it was always like either you were with me,
Yeah.
you and Zach, or like Dave,
Yeah.
my stepdad,
Yeah.
or my mom.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do what I did, or what I have done without that kind of
Yeah.
support.
That's
And
huge.
Yeah, you don't talk about, like, you don't hear about those people enough. Like, let's talk about the recent Beyonce malfunction on
Oh
stage.
yeah, tell a little bit about that because you kind of started explaining that. Last week.
I saw on TikTok there's a video, and Beyonce's doing her thing, and she's got like a stadium full of people. She's dancing, and then all of a sudden she like gets into spot. She's like looking around, and everyone's like, "What's wrong?" She's like looking around on the floor. And turns out that she was waiting. She was looking around for her mark. The stage crew didn't put the mark on the floor, on the stage, so that she would know where to stand.
That's wild.
And that was a big problem because there were 2 robots coming out on each side of her with hands. Like they had like hands, and they had like frames. So one was in front of her, so it looked like she was in a picture frame, and then the one was behind her. So she had to be in the middle,
wild.
like exactly in one spot because, you know, she didn't want to get hit by these robots. So,
That's
you know, the show must go on, though.
Yeah,
She didn't know where to stand, but she's just like, I'm going to guess because, like, what else am I going to do?
What happened? Hello?
Hey,
Hey, what happened?
the phone hung up, but it's over there. I didn't do it.
Oh, what are you doing hanging
What'd
out,
you do?
man? Oh, that's cool. We're good.
It was. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Fine. It's fine.
It's all good.
She's
I
back.
put it over there to charge, so it's. I swear to God, I didn't touch it.
Yeah, because I heard like a beep, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." I was like,
I
hope
just stopped
nothing
talking, and I was like, "Oh no!" I thought I could slip back in.
So we were,
You
we
could
were,
slip deep back in.
we were talking about.
That's what
the,
she said.
Oh, nice.
With the big doodle.
Oh, yeah. That'll be in the episode description right there.
That's right. That's right.
That's gonna be a fun one to edit.
Yeah.
Oh, I honestly, I don't do like I do a lot of editing at the beginning and the end, and then like putting it all together. But I don't really cut a lot of the episodes out. I cut the first couple minutes, usually just for Patreon listeners. So we release that full episode to Patreon. But we don't do a whole lot of editing like in between. Because it's just nice to have natural, right?
People like the live experience, too. But anyways, back to my story about Beyonce. So she ended up being like still in the same spot that she wanted, like that she was supposed to be.
Well, she practiced a lot.
Maybe
so-
like an inch off.
Yeah.
So like she looked a little, but she was like this. She was like looking
Yeah.
all around her,
Yeah.
seeing these big robot arms. You could Google it on TikTok, but it's
You
like,
can Google it on TikTok?
yeah, search it on
Okay.
TikTok. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
The
But-
Googler.
And I just,
Googler.
you know, go to the Googler.
Go to the Google.
And I just thought, man, that right there is a great example of the things that go behind the scenes, the people that have the jobs behind the scenes to make the show work properly.
Well,
know?
I'm pretty sure that guy got fired. So.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
that guy definitely got fired. Well, didn't you read something you said?
in the comments, the comment section, somebody started saying that she made the whole crew stay up all night long and re-go over everything, and like,
But she
was-
would have had to stay up all night too.
yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I'd be like, guys, everyone do it by yourself. I'm getting a stunt double. Like,
Well,
Pretend
if you
that-
think robots are gonna murder you,
Yeah.
that's true, I guess.
what a headline that would have been for
Yeah. I
2025.
was just gonna say, could you imagine though?
It's a hell of a way to go. That's a hell of a
Poor
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Yeah.
Poor
Oh, yeah.
Beyonce. That
Should
poor.
all be, we should all be thanking Beyonce. Well, that's probably over now. Is that over now?
Thank
The
you,
whole-
Beyonce.
Remember?
The trend.
Yeah, I think if you just ignore it, it goes away.
Yeah.
People, they did a good job ignoring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she caught up in the whole Kanye scandal?
No, because she's with Jay-Z.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Kanye and Jay-Z, do they work together? I don't know.
no. But I'm saying, like, you know how what's going on with Kanye West, with like him being weird with everybody and having these freak ass parties.
No, that's
You're talking about
P.
Diddy?
You're talking about Diddy. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's
Well,
that's
Kanye's
how rumors
crazy
get
too,
started,
though.
man. You're just spreading rumors.
Yeah.
Kanye's doing other stuff.
Yeah, but
He's doing some
Kanye,
fucked
yeah,
up
he's
shit too. Let's not be
still trying to get in there.
Yeah,
You know?
let's not be weird about it. But has she been caught up with the whole P Diddy scandal?
Have I?
I
her,
I
I
think she's
think
done
so.
a pretty good.
Yeah.
She's done a pretty good job of staying out of it.
Has
There's
she? Yeah.
there's Cager.
Yeah.
Hi, Cage.
But I don't know. I mean, Beyonce and her Jay-Z, weren't they kind of? Didn't they say they found like tunnels underneath their house or something, connecting to P Diddy's house or something?
Beyonce and Jay-Z. No,
I don't know.
that'd be-
Maybe I'm wrong.
CNN would be reporting that shit.
They've all got tunnels. They're all going to the Kardashians. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. But they're
I
all
don't-
crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But I seriously think you remember Ellen and Twitch, the DJ Twitch.
What happened?
Her DJ, he killed himself. He unalived himself.
Yeah, you can't say that.
Apparently,
Yeah.
he unalived himself. But I don't know. I think Hollywood is a crazy place.
Yeah.
And I think some people know things that the public doesn't know, and
Yeah.
things get out of hand, and
Too much money and your
Yeah.
problems are wild.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
problem. It's too much money.
Yeah.
It's like the people that went down in the Titan, the submersible. Remember that?
Yeah. What
That
year
was huge
that?
for a long time, like a
What
few
year
years
was,
ago.
Was that last year or the year before? Do you
All the
remember that?
No,
billionaires.
I was in Alberta. That would have been 2022, maybe?
2022. That's insane.
Maybe 23? Yeah.
That's when you know you have too much money. eh?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, what is it? Didn't Katy Perry just go up in space?
But they said that was a scam.
Who said that?
And Gail King.
Who's the hell's Gail King?
I don't know. I just read that
The
everybody's
singer, I think
not.
she's
Nobody's
the-
talking about her.
Oh no, she's an actress, I think.
I've never even heard of her. I mean, I'm sure I see her face.
Isn't she the one in Will Smith?
What scam are you talking about?
The fact that it wasn't real. Like
Katy Perry being up space wasn't real?
Yeah. Cuz they said
crazy,
that
man.
there was footage. Do you not watch TikTok at all anymore?
Listen, my algorithm right now was on street Indian food. That's pretty much all I've been
Street
getting.
Indian.
Like constantly, it's with street Indian food, and it's the funniest thing.
Not a glove to be seen.
Yeah, some of it I was like, whoa. There's this one guy. So he sits down in this little like hole in the wall, right? And right behind him are three other guys. And what they're doing is they're giving him bread. And this guy's got 3 pots in front of him. And he's just got his foot like right in front of the pot.
Oh, you wouldn't like
Like
that.
no,
at all.
I mean, I would not go anywhere near it. But like no sock, no shoes, no nothing. And then you see rats running around. But then there's just a lineup of people for this food.
Oh my god.
So they're all there. He'll just scoop up this like plop thing, looking brown thing, and it's just he
Mush.
like goes like this, and his buddy gives him a bunch of bread, and he's like, then he hands it out. It's gross. It's really really gross.
It's gross, but you haven't tried it for real.
Well, listen, it's unsanitary, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's why it's gross.
Yeah, that's why it's gross.
Yeah, that's dangerous territory.
Yeah, there's this,
People go eat that, then they go get colonics and wonder why all that weird shit comes out of their butt.
Yeah. Ew.
Sorry, this is a respectable podcast.
That's right. That's
No,
right.
it's
Sure,
not.
so
No, it's not.
But it's just yeah, it's just nasty. But
You
I got
love your FYP.
There's this one guy on my TikTok that he's coming up, and it's he's just like 100 days in India, seeing how long it takes me to get or seeing what gives me like poison or not poison, but you know
Worms. Worms from the bum.
sounds about right. But, like makes him
Did you
sick,
ever-
you know.
Did you ever get over to the Red Book, the Red Note, whatever that one was, the other Chinese TikTok?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't look into it more when we were talking about that in Jamaica. Did you?
And that died quick, eh?
Yeah.
Like
Is
as
it
quick
dead
as
now?
it came.
So it was like a
Why?
Chinese.
I haven't heard anything about it since.
No, me neither. I think somebody told me that it was they were stealing information. She said that about TikTok though too. My mom.
Your mother.
Yeah.
They're all stealing
They're
it.
all stealing information.
Yeah.
Don't go on there and
Yeah.
like I don't really care.
Well, it's what? Well, that was around the time that TikTok was shutting down, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in Jamaica and
When
the
we were in
TikTok
Jamaica.
like did shut down
Yeah.
for like 5 hours.
I was going to say it was like a couple hours.
Yeah, then we did that video. Zach had the idea.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
I went into the water, and the description was, I can hold my breath longer than the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
I held my breath longer than the TikTok ban, and
That
then
was
I
funny.
walked in.
That was
It
a smart
fun.
idea.
Walked in and then walked out. Yeah.
Man,
that-
Jamaica
We're
was fun, eh?
We're talking about Jamaica like we were there for a month because we're like
I
all
know.
these things happened. Trump got inaugurated.
Yeah.
TikTok got banned. It was a week.
It was just a week.
No, guys, we have a house there. Like, obviously,
Oh,
we
right, right.
live there anytime we want.
Our timeshare.
Yeah, it's our timeshare.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
We
Take
go
our
there
private
We get to go once every 6 years.
Do you remember what was it that the three of us did? The swimming? What was that again?
Oh, in the lagoon, the glow in the dark
yeah.
lagoon.
God, how cool was
Yeah.
that, eh?
That was really
Yeah, that was
cool.
awesome.
The best part of that?
There was edible banana bread and
Wait, there was?
No, we're just saying. He knew what I wanted to say.
I didn't get any banana bread.
Way to say it.
we all smoked some banana bread
That's
and
we
went in the
right.
water.
Banana
That's
bread
right.
From Bob Marley's fucking place, man. That Bob Marley tour was cool. It was a lot. It was a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Like going uphill and stuff. And I was like, I get it. And they're like, you can walk around and donate. I'm like, guys, like we've
We
donated a lot.
were just at the with a work trip. We were just at the Hard Rock Cafe, and we were laughing because you have to walk through the gift shop to get through it. And I brought up that Bob Marley tour. How when you go through it, you go through like 12 gift shops just to go and look at like his bedroom.
His bedroom, yeah.
That's so true. It's
one-
It was a lot of walking.
And
There
then,
was a
yeah,
lot of
you had to
walking.
go and, like, you could buy a candle and put it by his
Yeah.
little
Candle was
memorial.
$2.
The candle.
To light it was an extra
Yeah.
$1.
I know, it's crazy. No, that's the best part. They're like, yeah, it's $1 for the
mean, but
candle, but
the
it's
thing
another
is-
$1 for us to light it. I'm like,
Before they started asking us for money, they got us all high. So
Yeah, they
it was
did.
like,
They're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
They're
like,
smart.
that was
I was
bad
like,
because
oh,
that's where all the money went.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That was
oh,
awesome.
but that was an experience,
that
though.
lagoon thing was ridiculous. So one of
Yeah.
you guys explain it because
The luminescence.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Like, so you go into the
Yeah.
lagoon, and there's, I guess, I don't know, there's like algae that lights up in the dark when you're swimming. And so every time you move your arms, you're like, whoa. And, you know,
yeah,
it's like lighting up the water, and it looks really like crazy.
yeah.
It was awesome.
It was insane, and it was like you didn't even know. And we tried taking pictures, but nothing.
Yeah, you can
Remember,
really.
our pictures didn't come out at all.
No, the ones on like the professionals that were taking them,
was
they all
fun.
looked
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
none of ours worked.
Of course. 'cause
Well,
you-
I feel like there was no professional photographer on our boat though.
no.
And honestly, I think we were on the wrong boat because I remember you two had like 83, 84, and they gave me like 110. So when they were calling all of us in, like it was only like from like 1 to 100 or whatever. So then luckily it was the same guy that we like, remember we like to get our tickets. It was,
Yeah.
he's just like, no, he's telling me that I paid or I was paying for like an additional 2 people. But he was charging me Samaya's because
Oh, yeah, I
Samaya had
remember
just
that.
gone, and then he's just looking at my last name. I'm just like, no, man. I'm like, I paid just for 2. Like, I'm not paying for an additional 2. Like,
I
there's
don't
only 2
remember any
of
of
us
that
paying
because I
for
was
this.
pretty buzzed at that point.
Yeah, but
There's
bus
a lot
ride
going
over.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was good though because the guy we bought the tickets from was the same guy standing by the boat, so he didn't even check he didn't even check mine. So I was like, perfect. Like we have 3 of us just walked on.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
We were with all those angry Italians.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we got them the right boat because I felt like we were on a tour.
Yeah.
Like I felt like they were just one whole group plus the
and you're
3
like,
of us.
hi.
Because they got a translator for that boat.
I don't even remember that. I'm going to be totally honest. I remember swimming
That's the important part. That's the important part.
in
of
the
it.
lagoon.
That's the important part. That was a nice resort though. That was a really nice
Where would
resort.
where would you want to go next?
Honestly, I really want to go to Turkey. Like I really, really want to go to Turkey.
He's really obsessed with
yeah,
the turkey idea.
It's just
I want to.
like the food there that you would get, the experience that you would have, the culture.
Yeah.
It's huge. Like it'd just be so much. And we've done the resort thing, right? Like how many years have we been going to how many years have we been going to like all inclusive resorts and doing the like, because what we've done, Cuba, Dominican, Mexico, Jamaica. I just think it'd be cool for something. Barbados. I think it'd just be cool for something different. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what would be really cool is Italy. Italy would be
be amazing too. Yeah.
You know, like walking in Italy and then just going to get like amazing pizza.
Yeah. Well, you went to Europe, Zach, 2-3 years ago?
In 2022 and 2023, speaking of music, went to see a bunch of cool concerts. After COVID, my sister and I were really itching to just be around live music. Mm-hmm. So we went to see Guns N' Roses, and then their surprise guest was Carrie Underwood, and that was pretty cool.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's neat.
We saw, we went to their British Time Festival or something. So we saw like the Rolling Stones at their 60th anniversary in Hyde Park.
I remember that. I was like, what? Wait, he's watching the Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe
they're like in their 80s, just bouncing around on that stage for hours. It was awesome. They played all their hits. It was, it was a perfect concert. There's a few other people Adele was there. Pearl Jam. There's some good acts.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's where you got that yellow hat, eh?
Yeah, the Guns N' Roses concert.
I love that hat. I want that hat. I love that hat.
Oh, that reminds me of The Dirt, Motley Crue. You have to watch that.
Yeah.
You've watched
Good
it.
movie.
He's watched it too.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, when I lived with you guys, we watched it.
Did we all watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We watched it a
like,
lot.
Yeah. We still do.
I still watch it every now and then. It's just so cool to see, like, because I think they did it really well. They got guys that really did a good job that looked like the actual band members, and it's cool to know like the story of how they valued each other, like even after all those years that they like, you know, had that huge accident where the lead singer, you know, drunk driver, and he went to jail, and then they got in a big fight, and then the lead singer's little girl died, and like just. It's the real stories that you're really, and you're like, wow, like that's what they were all really going through during all that time, and they had those amazing songs. And at the end of their career, even though they had a huge falling out, they got back together, and it was like always like these are my brothers, because he never really had a family growing up. Nikki Sixx, and his mom like disowned. Like it's all of that that I love.
Well, it's that bond that they built.
Trauma bond.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is how it is. Yeah. Good movie.
It for me, I think Turkey would be, I don't know, man.
Cobblestone walkways.
It'd just be beautiful. Like, where would you want to go?
Listen, I'd walk out of there with more hair, so I'm inclined to go to Turkey. I think that's great. I think it's a great destination. Greece would be on my list too, though.
Yeah,
I'd really like to go see Greece.
Yeah.
With
Greece,
like the
Italy
big
would be
buildings
gorgeous.
and the cathedrals and all the
Well,
ruins.
so Samaya's going down to Greece in June. She showed me. Have you seen her Airbnb?
No, not yet.
Like ridiculous. Like they have their own private pool, private balcony overlooking the mountains. Like.
Kind of like we did in Jamaica. We had our
own.
So she gave up her pool in Jamaica for the one in Greece. That's a good trade-off.
I was gonna say,
I guess.
Yeah. But the views look beautiful.
Oh yeah,
my
the house
God.
looks amazing.
It looks so nice.
I wonder how much she's paying for that.
You know what? With that private pool, so a couple things different. So every year, obviously, we're the Entourage, and we always go out. Every year, we take a trip together. So we go away for a week. I feel like this time around, we splurged a little more.
Yeah.
Because when we got there, we had our own private bus, which we loved. Take us to the take us to the resort, and then we had private pools, and we had that. It was like a tour bus that took us back
with the tables.
with the tables and the Wi-Fi. That was nuts. I was downloading movies on the way.
That felt bougie.
Yeah, that felt really bougie. We've never done something like that before. That was crazy.
So yeah, I mean, we like hiked it up a little bit more than the Dominican, but even the Dominican was so fun because of all the friends we made.
Yeah, we made.
We
a
were
lot
like
of
the
friends in
cool
Dominican.
kids.
Yeah,
I had my guitar. Remember
they're all
the cat?
the cool kids now.
Remember the cat?
Yes.
Yeah, the guy was in your guitar case for like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're just like in the lobby. Everyone's, just like walking by, and I'm like, come on, come on, come on. Yeah.
That was, but you know what?
That's
And
how we made friends.
yeah,
Exactly.
And I'll say this: the
Yeah.
difference that I liked the Cuba Dominican a little bit more because it was more of like an open concept.
Oh, in the lobby,
in the lobby, which I really enjoyed, and I really felt like that attracted people like to sit down with us and kind of communicate with us, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about Jamaica was everything was like the lobby was all closed off. There was no open area for you to play because we brought the guitar, but you never really used it.
I know. I didn't really get it out.
Yeah.
But I did break my
it's gonna-
G-string on the way. Oh, that sounds bad.
Word.
The G string.
The G string.
Damn that G-string.
Ironically, I felt like Jamaica was going to be our most like musical based trip, but it
Yeah.
ended up being like the least one.
Yeah, same. It was that.
It was a lot more. I think you're right. Like it wasn't so open concept, so it was a lot more. I guess just it made you want to be a bit more secluded, right? With our private pools and stuff, we just didn't go out
We were just
to talk to as many people.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Let's just hang out at the room and
this year's
sit
trip
on the
was
swing
different.
chair and
Yeah.
like go swimming and smoke.
cigarettes,
Banana bread.
banana. Can we please just refer to it as banana bread moving forward?
Sure. I think that we should make shirts that say it actually.
Yes, smoke that banana bread. Hey, maybe we'll start.
If you got 'em.
Maybe the three of us will start a podcast and put that on as the merch.
Oh, there you go. Well, there's so much
Banana
we
bread?
put up as merch. Oh yeah. That'd be great.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've all known each other for. I mean, how long have you guys known each other?
Oh shit, man! How long we known each other?
Grade 9.
How old were we in grade 9? 14?
Yeah.
14. So 20 something years.
Yeah.
You're old, man.
23?
You guys are just dudes.
23 years?
You're old,
Yeah.
man. He's old.
You're old.
I'm not.
I'm
Yeah.
He's older than me, and you're older than me.
Stop.
I did my face care today, so actually I'm feeling pretty young.
It looks good.
That's why my light's real low.
Oh,
I
man.
put some makeup on you.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, and then how long? So when we first met, I first met Zach in Belleville at a wedding.
Yeah, it's probably
Your
like
friend's
2009,
wedding.
2010.
And you, Attic, was like totally like talking to everyone else, and I'm
haven't
just like
seen
all
him in a
sitting
while.
all by myself. And Zach, here comes Zach, and he goes, "Hey, how are you? I'm Zach." He's like, "Look at that guy over there. Why is he over there? Like he should be here with you." And then I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Well, look at
We've
us.
It was his first time back in a while, and he just kept leaving you at the table. I felt bad.
Haven't seen anybody in a while.
That was a fun wedding. We were all very young for a wedding, but it was fun.
We were,
Yeah, we
We
were.
were probably like 19, 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan got married.
I feel that was like my
21.
first wedding.
Yeah.
That was like
21, you
a
had to
friend
be
and not a relative.
Oh, I was at least 21. No, I was at least 21.
Because I met you when you were
So
21.
so
I was
yeah, you and I were at
23.
least 21. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was when you had the big boot. You guys were all drinking out of the boots.
That's right. Yeah. That was the groomsman gift.
Yeah, that's right. That was awesome.
Tim went upstairs and smashed a bunch of glasses on an army base.
oh shit.
Keep that in.
Keep that in.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
What?
Oh, Tim, I hope you listen to this.
Dammer.
You should have me on more. Just kidding.
No way. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Well, we just have too much fun, and we've been through a lot of stuff all together,
Yeah.
the three of us.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've seen a lot of people come in and out of my life that are like, you know, they're in it for a certain amount of time and they think it's really cool and they're like, love what you're doing. And then they just kind of drift away out of it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like that everyone's either in your life for a reason or a season. And, you know, but at the end of the day, you see the people that have been there like the whole time.
Constance.
Like seeing you, you know, not get a record deal for the 100th time or whatever, like not, you know, seeing all of your failures, but still watching you like continue doing what you love to do, because it's not really about the ending result, but it's about doing what you want to do and what other people love to hear you do, because they feel what you feel when you create music. It helps them as well. And I think that's a cool dynamic that we all have. And
you
same with Samaya too. Like Samaya, your sister,
she's
like
all right.
being backstage at the Shania Twain concert, and you know, she's like, okay, so I finished my set. She's like, let's go out into the crowd. But by that time there was 30,000 people there, and I'm like, if I'm not on stage and I'm in a crowd, I'm like more sort of claustrophobic, and the people were like face to face. I'm like, so she brought me out there with her, like, and we tried for like 10 minutes. I was like, I'm going back. Like, I can't do this.
Yeah,
She's
well,
like,
that was wild.
you know what? That's fine. You go back. I'm going to go meet my friends. Everything's fine. You go back to your air-conditioned trailer. I'll meet you there.
Easy.
You know, it's having those people that, you know, kind of had your back in those situations.
You know what, too? I feel like I as we've grown older, I feel like people are in your life for like pockets of time, but you always learn a little something from them, or kind of, you know what I mean? Like they kind of help you along a certain part of your life, and then communication just kind of stops, but you still remember them and you still think about them and stuff. You guys ever have that? Like I feel like I have that all the time. Like I always remember people. Like there was this one guy, his name was Adam, and I worked with him at Pizza when I was like 17.
Yeah.
And he was in his like mid-20s. He was a cool guy. I really liked him. And I hope he's doing well. But I remember like he just worked overnights, and all he did was during the day was he'd smoke, or he'd hang out and play video games. But I remember like we were talking one day, and then like I was going to the gym and I helped him. Like I convinced him to start going to the gym, and not to say that I had like an influence on his life or anything, you know what I mean? But I just
She's
said, like,
who he is because of me.
I was the one.
I still think about what I did for him. Good for you, man.
But no, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I helped him a little bit, and then now he like, and I saw him one day, like 7 years later, and he was in the military and had this like, you know, he was doing well, and I was happy for him. You know,
And was he younger than you or older?
He was a
than
little bit older than me, a couple years older.
So you still acted like his older brother, but you were his younger.
Well, you know.
You were,
Anyways,
like,
I basically
influential
saved his
to
life.
him.
So
That's
I don't know
awesome.
what to tell
There you
guys.
go.
I saved
That's
his life.
awesome, man.
But you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Like, you guys ever have that where
Yeah.
you have like pockets of like you'll talk to somebody consistently for like a couple years, and you learn a couple.
Yeah, I
things.
saved a life once.
What did he say? I didn't catch it. What did he say? I saved a life once. I saved a life. Trying.
Oh, that's not what I'm saying, man. That's not what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to say
Saved a life once.
is I think it's, you know, it's about the people around you that bring out the best in you, or like they believe in you, and then hopefully you can offer something back to them. Like, you know, it's the whole friendship.
But
The community, right?
yeah.
Community.
Yeah.
That's a great
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Like our Patreon community we built. Hey, you just did a giveaway.
I did.
you hear about this giveaway?
We had a giveaway.
I saw it on TikTok.
Yep.
Good old
Yeah.
TikTok.
Espresso. That's
We gave
awesome.
away an espresso machine. Yeah. And we gave away $1,000 cash
Yep.
to a member in Virginia.
Yep.
And
And
yeah, it's fun.
I saw comments on your TikTok. You had to clarify it wasn't a used one that you've been using. It was a.
Were people commenting that?
Yeah, somebody said that. What
You should
was
start
it?
when you buy a new appliance, just give away your old one.
You know what? I don't like the way it frothed the milk. You can have it.
I used it myself. I know I love
I know,
it.
and I tried to politely be like, "No, it's a brand new machine.
brand new one.
It's going to be sent from the store, the manufacturer, to your doorstep." I swear.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know that. That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah, and then also like like the Patreon community, I can write something like an experience that I had like yesterday when Zane and I was going to pick up Zane from daycare, and we always see this homeless man, same homeless man every day, and he's there with his dog, and he's at the same intersection. So every time I have something with me, I rolled the window down and give him like $2. Or the other day, like he asked for a smoke, and I actually had some smokes. So I was like, oh, here you go. Like wave him down, and then he comes over, and he always says hi to Zane in the back because Zane's always in the back. And this time he had he had a bag of chips. Zane had a bag of chips in his lap, and I gave him 2 toonies. I gave the homeless man 2 toonies, and then he looks over at Zane and goes, "Hi, oh, you're having chips? Oh, that's good." Zane reaches into his chips bag, pulls out a handful of chips, and gives it to him. And I didn't have to ask or say, like, I didn't know he was going to do that, but he saw me doing what I was doing. And then the man actually took the chips and ate them, and he was like, "Thank you." And then Zane was like, "You're welcome."
Yeah.
And I remember the first time seeing that man, and so I told my Patreon members the story, and it automatically, you get this reception, like you get this people commenting and saying that made my day. Like the fact that, something
awesome.
like that happens, it's like, and it's having that community that really makes you feel like, oh yeah, like, you have that, the same like-minded people.
Yeah. It's yeah. You
And it's been wonderful. Like it makes me want to keep on writing. It makes me want to keep on, experiencing things and letting people experience them with me. And
well, that's the beautiful part about building that community online.
Oh, it's so
Is
good.
that, there's constant support there online, which is huge.
Yeah.
That's another where, like, again, going from like seeing the lineups at the merch table and then seeing the people commenting on your lives when we did your giveaway in the Dominican, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
you've got
was so cool.
you've got an army.
Yeah, there was so many people on that live when Rachel won $1,000.
Yeah.
And we were in the Dominican giving it
We
away.
did that in the giveaway. Remember the live that we did?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
No.
Yeah.
The podcast live that we did last year. He's talking about the
Oh,
Dominican
the show.
giveaway.
The
Yeah,
show, the podcast show, yeah.
Let's talk about
that
the
was
support
fun.
we needed from that. Like, fuck, we had everybody out.
Yeah. I mean, it was our first live podcast show. So, your first show, like all your friends come.
Well, but they were all doing stuff. And like,
these
helping
guys
us,
all
right?
had jobs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
they had like the crew t-shirts on.
Did we give you guys t-shirts?
That's it. Should have.
I
Did
didn't
we
get
not?
t-shirt. I think
Yeah, we did have crew t-shirts.
I think I was just trying to start with my cricket then. So
Oh, okay.
I had the
Oh,
right
yeah.
materials. But
They
this
were
is
little
another,
beta
that's
shirts.
another thing.
The E is up here.
Right? Yeah. But it takes all that. Like somebody's got to do that shit. Somebody's
Yeah.
got to make sure that the live stream gets posted. Like somebody's got to make sure that the live stream link gets posted.
Yeah.
So the community, while I'm like, having a wardrobe change or tuning my guitar, like you can't do it all.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why you need an entourage.
You have to have the people that love the music just as much as you do, and they're there.
Yeah.
They don't just,
Yeah.
say they're going to be there, and then, which some of my family members have done to me. Like it's like you just you create these relationships, and I think that's
some of these people,
what
yeah.
what it's really about.
Yeah.
Music and connection and having that support system.
Speaking of set list, I still have your set list from that show if you want it.
You do.
I do.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want it.
Yeah, it's upstairs. I kept it. So yeah, we got it.
Can you sign it for me? I want you to sign
No,
it.
you
for
sign
me.
it.
No, you sign it.
Guys, I'll sign it. Don't worry.
Since you're
Yeah,
the one
sign
who
it,
changes
Doodle.
people's lives, you should sign it, babe.
Well, I'm allergic again.
At least one guy that he remembers.
That's not what I'm saying. It changed his life. Just like, I helped him change his life, you know.
You guys ever change lives?
You're like the,
Lately?
you're like the Michael Scott right now.
I'm Michael Scott. Michael Scott.
Oh,
You're
we're gonna
like
make
Nate.
you a fucking T-shirt that says Michael Scott.
I love that. I love that.
Oh my god!
Anyways.
No, it's always awesome going out to the shows and
And
yeah.
you know what I
Can't
so
wait for the
much
next
love
one.
too
Yeah.
is when your mom came. Like your mom came down and
Yeah.
she came to a bunch
That
of
was
shows and like I always look at people. I love to watch people and how they respond or whatever to the songs. And your mom, the whole time she was just like she was closing her eyes and she was just like totally into the songs and the music. And I'm like, that's where Zach gets it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where
Yeah.
you get
She's
totally tell.
big into it.
Yeah. And
She's always asking what you're up to and she follows you. Yeah, she's a big
Shout
fan.
out to
And
Jody.
same with Aunt Nancy and Aunt Beth.
Yeah. Get your tickets.
Get your ticket!
You want to tell that? You got to tell that story.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like for those of you who don't know Zach, he's funny. He's really like
He's
I don't-
all right.
there's something I always say like there's certain people that you meet that just have like that humor gene that like humor like it's like in their genes because they just like say things that are so fucking funny right off like the seat of their pants. And so I always found that Zach was like that. And then I met his Aunt Nancy.
Yeah, and she's like 10 times more.
He's a weapon. She's a weapon.
Yes, that's where he
love
gets that from.
I love her.
So he gets his humor from his Aunt Nancy and his love for music from his mom. And yeah, we were at the nude stock party, and Aunt Nancy's going around going, "Tickets! Get your tickets!" And I'm like, "What are the tickets for?" She's like, "I don't know."
Just
It was
selling them.
just like the way that she did it was hilarious.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And
It's hard to get a word in edgewise at a family function.
I loved it when you said that, like when you were growing up, you and your cousins would always try to one off each other and like do better.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the funny part, like
We just did that again at Easter. We all got back together for the first time in years, and it was, again, you're just like, I'm the slowest one in the room.
I can't. I'm out of it. That's so funny. Like I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
I know, eh? Pee your
Yeah.
pants.
It might be disappointing, but
I don't
yeah,
think
fine.
it would. I love that
Actually,
shit.
Attic, you'd love it because my two, I guess they're my second cousins, but they came there, I think, 7. They're close to your brother's kids' age. And they had 2 shopping bags just full of old wrestling action figures. And they're like, who's this
way.
one? Who's this one? And they went from like the 70s to today.
What?
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah, you would have loved it.
You would have been right in your element there.
And the kids knew every single one.
That's amazing. That makes me happy. I feel
Yeah.
like kids
Yeah.
are still carrying it on. You know? I really hope Zane gets into wrestling. I really do.
No, he will.
I was power bombing him today like crazy. Then he'd like come up and like power bomb, and I'd be like,
Oh, he's crazy. You guys are crazy. Then he comes over and he does it to me.
yeah.
And I'm like,
They didn't get the call from daycare.
yeah.
We did
And
get
he's
a
like
call this week. He took his
hitting people with the
he
Hulk.
took his Hulk toy, and he was just started hitting people. He
And
saying
you know what?
Hulk
There's
smash.
this little boy at the daycare. And he's so sweet, and he's just sitting there playing his Lego, and like he's building like these amazing cathedrals with his Lego. And then you have Zane over there going Hulk smash.
He's just Hulk smashing
The
everything.
other kids are like, I'm hungry,
I know the other kids are like, let's all calm down.
and
He's
you're
just
like, oh dear.
He put on his Hulk hands the other day, and then he just went to the piano and just knocked everything off the piano. And I'm like, why'd you do that?
Like, why?
for?
Why?
He's just
Why?
like, he's just like, he looks at me, he's like, Hulk smash.
You're like,
Well, that's not.
Duh.
I get it, but
Oh shit.
oh,
Anyways, this has been a lot of fun, man. I had a
God.
blast.
Yes, thank you.
This
Thanks
was
for
awesome.
coming out to
Yeah,
Distillery.
thanks for having me. This is exciting. Long time listener, first time phoner,
Phoner.
caller. Sorry, edit
I
that
love
out.
it.
I'll edit it. Don't worry, I got you. You want to throw?
No,
your
I
number?
appreciate it, guys. It's always fun to be. I mean, just hanging out anyway. So it's nice
Yeah.
That's
to
it.
catch up.
That's it. It just feels like we're hanging out because this is kind of what we do. Like we'll sit in the backyard or like we'll all sit in the living room and then we'll all just shoot the shit. So this is awesome.
Yeah, we all get it. We all get it.
This is literally what we talk about.
yeah. Well, and then
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Saving lives, baby.
You're just saving lives all over, and we're
Every
just like
chance
your
you get,
entourage.
you bring up that Adam guy.
So yeah, thanks for listening to Distillery. My name is Bria Lawrence, and my friends call me Brie, but Google calls me Bria. So do with that what you will. Follow me on TikTok, Brie Lawrence in Music, and make sure you check out our Patreon because we got some big giveaways going on all the time, and lots of cool exclusive content. Stream my music everywhere. Woo!
Peace out. Peace down. Later, guys.
See ya.
Thanks.
Yay, that's a cute.
When the buzz starts kicking in, that's when I know old habits are back again. But it don't mean nothing if you ain't gonna stay. The whiskey rattle from morning till night. It's called the whiskey rattle from morning till night. Makes me not wanna work 9 to 5. Some people say it's a problem, but everyone's got 'em. It's the whiskey rattle from morning till night. Whiskey rattle from morning till night. Some people say it's in the way that I walk. By Friday night, it's in the way that I talk. It comes out when I'm drinking and the buzz starts to kicking. It's the whiskey rattle from morning till night. Whiskey rattle from morning till night. Makes me not wanna work 9 to 5. Some people say it's a problem, but everyone's got 'em. It's the whiskey rattle from morning till night. Whiskey rattle from morning till night. Whiskey rattle from morning till night. Whiskey rattle from morning till night.